Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Ektab, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Financial Express newspaper headline. So, first of all, RBI keeps door open for at least one more rate hikes. Arjuna's eye on inflation. Next, repo rate up 35 basis point to 6.25%. Next, GDP forecast cut to 6.8%. Next, Varde Arena NARCL likely key contender for Shri companies. Next, key tax remission scheme expanded to over pharma steel. Next, government allows CPSEs to park surplus funds in private debt schemes. Next, Zelensky, Spirit of Ukraine, named Time Person of Year. Next, confident pre-filling of IPO papers. Next, Lava Blaze 5G fits perfectly in your pocket. Next, Baju 6 easier terms on $1.2 billion loan. Next, government likely to meet non-tax revenue target for FY23. Next, startup M&A wave may spill over to New Year. Then next on page number 2, in that investment norms eased for surplus fund of CPSCs. Next, AK Singh retired BPCL chief is new ONGC CMD. Next, 1330 recognized startups from gaming sector has on November 30. Next, government to build more nuclear power plants to boost clean energy. Next, coal import by power sector rises to 39 MT in April October financial year 23. Next, broken rice exports up 33% to 2.4 million ton in April financial year 23. Next, investment norms eased for surplus funds of CPSCs. Next, panel divided over 2 rupees 2000 crore M&A threshold for antitrust probe. Next, rail freight earnings up 16% on year at rupees 1.09 trillion. Next, key tax remission scheme expanded for exporters. Next, government likely to meet non-tax revenue target for financial year 23. Next, RBI keeps door open for at least one more rate hikes. Next PMGK is again repeating PMGKAY. Government gives rupees 3.91 trillion as subsidy. The next, Oak Tree looks to exit race for Reliance Cap assets. Next, Baju 6 is a term of on $1.2 billion loan. Next, on page number 3, in that 35 nations shows interest in rupees trade. Next, Russia's list of imports from India shared with exporters. Next, cartels to blame for spike in fertilizers subsidiary government. Next, GST Council to discuss circular trading. Next, Telecom depart to seek try view on next 5G spectrum auction. Next, PM to parties make winter session more productive. Next, bring before us records of note ban SC2 center RBI. Then on page number 4, in that rural demand on recovery path. Next, Chandra Shekaran is B20 chairman. Next, Dabur forays into women's hygiene space. Next, reflections into systems find place in Deloitte list. Next, Hester DM healthcare to develop facilities in Iraq. Next, PTC India quarter 2 profit falls 29% to rupees 138 crore. Next, Bloom Ventures rises $250 million in its fourth and biggest fundraise. Next, Cognizant acquires Utrication to scale up SAP capabilities. Next, Lodha Group plans to raise rupees 3,700 crore via QIP route. Next, Tech Mahindra latest offering to solve multi-cloud issues. Next, Xiaomi Raghu Reddy quits India's office. Next, and next, under-penetrated FMCG items in ITC growth plan. Then on page number 6, it's an article section in that cloud over growth. Next, how Kishli data dependent. Next, fighting the Fed hurricane. Next, a vestige of Colonial India. Then on page number 7, it's also an article section in that listen to your body with this digital stethoscope. Next, startup ride on open source. Next, an essential tool for content creator. Next, fits perfectly in your pocket. Then on page number 8, in that rate hike season may have just got longer. Next, medium duration target maturity fund in limelight. Next, banks can use higher HTM limits till financial year 24. Next, gold price hedging at IFC gets no. Next, no verification at branch level if customer does a KYC. Next, RBI policy on expected lines but clarifies a lot. Then on page number 9, in that unwarranted India INC. Next, reality technology stock drag indies. Next, RBI relaxes UPI payments for e-com spends. Next, moderation of inflation to be very grudging grudging and very uneven. The next, yield rises after RBI's hawkish comments. Next, expect a 25 basis point rate hike in the February policy. Then next on page number 10, in that car makers to hike prices in Jan. Next, Princeton Digital Open Data Center. Next, 5G services in 50 towns so far, says Vaishnav. Next, Verde Arena NARCL main bidder for two Siri firms. Next, the Thai SIAM Cement set up JV with Big Block. Next, Vedanta seeks 385 more employees. Then on page number, then we comes to page number 21, in that China relents ease COVID restrictions to equal descent. Next, Tesla in Thailand weighing to complete with an China EV. Next, Uber launches robotaxi service. Next, Microsoft enters deal with Nintendo's. Next, people take to social media says going to be free. Next, Morgan Stanley lays off 1600 jobs. Next, Ukraine Zelensky named Times Person of the Year. Next, VW tries to fix electric shift with the new SUV. Next, world leaders in Montreal for biodiversity summit. Then on page number 22, in that lend with caution, RBI tells bank. Next, gig workforce to see up to 11M additional by 2025. Next, IATA IDG Yatra for preparing contactless standard at airports. Next, India to soon face heat waves that break survivability limit. Next, SC launches mobile app 2.0 for real-time code proceeding. Next, what is confidential pre-filing? The next, Sitaraman 5 other on world's 100 most powerful women in list. Next, IPL most searched topic this year, Google. Next, for AEP victory begins with it many challenges, opportunities. Then that much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.